I'm Mr. Happy Living, but you can call me Matt. I love happy, and every time I see it, I know I'm looking at a person that has discovered their reason for being on this planet. And that's why I love you. And I love that you've made the decision to invest your money and your time to join this course. And more importantly, I love that you're ready to do the work it takes to discover your reason for being on this planet and create the life of your dreams. If you put in the hours, if you do the work, I promise you that you'll never be the same or your money back. 100%. That's my promise to you. So let's get started. Welcome to week 1 of the philosophy of you and your inspired life. We're going to have 8 sessions together. Each will be around 60 minutes long. And before you click start for each one, I want you to first make a firm commitment to yourself that for the next 60 minutes, you'll disconnect from your job and relationships, your to-do lists and your worries, and all the gravity of life that weighs you down. All of it. Turn off the cell phone too. This is your time. It's precious. Protect it. It's your gift to you and your new inspired life. So jump in completely for an hour of you. For today, and for this entire week, we're going to be exploring inspiration. What is it? What inspires you? What are your life's wonders? And we're going to also explore mind mapping and how to use it to develop the philosophy of you and your inspired life. Here we go. What is inspiration? You may get inspired to begin a gym membership after the new year. You may be inspired to start a new diet and finally lose the extra weight that's been troubling you. You might attend a conference or a webinar or be reading a book or watching a movie and suddenly feel inspired to do this or to be that or to try the next thing. Many of us have been inspired to become our own boss and do work that we love in places we love and with people we love. When inspiration strikes you, it's real. It's a real energy. You can feel it, right? And it feels good, doesn't it? But the problem is, inspiration by itself is not enough. How do I know? Well, because too many of us stop using that gym membership by February. Too many of us return to our regular diet within weeks. Too often, and for too many, a conference inspiration doesn't even survive the trip home. And sadly, most who dream of being their own boss never do anything more than reading inspiring books about it and talking about it a lot. You want to know why this happens over and over and over again? The reason inspiration by itself is not enough to bring the positive changes you're wanting into your life is because the forces that are keeping your life just the way it is are more powerful than the forces you're using to change your life. And therefore, the changes you try to make don't stick. A simple physics lesson illustrates this point. Let's say a notepad resting on a table represents your life as it is. The notepad will stay right where it is because the force of gravity is holding it there. And it'll remain there forever unless a force greater than gravity pushes or pulls it in a different direction. Suddenly a big idea comes along. For example, you witness an act of kindness reminding you of your lifelong goal to start a charitable foundation. That idea contains energy. It's a force, but it's only a weak one, like a light breeze. Gravity responds to this new force, and gravity has more power than the light breeze. Gravity says, how are you going to start a foundation? You don't have the money, the time, or the talent. You're just kidding yourself. Again. Procrastination, self-doubt, broken promises, the prevailing culture, and even family and friends are forces acting like gravity to hold your life in place, just the way it is. Your idea by itself is not powerful enough to overcome the gravity of your life, and so the notepad doesn't move. Maybe the light breeze of your idea ruffles a page or two of your life, but the gravitational pull of what is so strong it keeps the notepad in place. Your charitable foundation is just one more great idea that never gets done. That's what's going on behind the scenes when you find yourself inspired and excited by an idea one day and envision a great new path forward, but then return to your same old self the next, changing nothing. Inspiration is not enough, but it is super, super important. In fact, what inspires you is the first question of the 3 questions of the transformational process that I use to create the life of my dreams. What, why, and how? What inspires you? Why is it important to you? And how will you bring it into your life? That's the transformational process that we'll be exploring throughout these 8 weeks, and that I hope you'll adopt for the rest of your life in order to continuously discover who you are and to create the inspired life you want to live. For now, for this hour, and for this entire week, I want you to be focused like a laser beam on the what. I want you to pay extreme attention to what inspires you. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Who do you want to become? Wait, stop. I don't want you to answer those questions right now. I just want you to ask them. Ask yourself, where would I go if I could go anywhere? Wonder aloud. What would I do if I knew I could not fail? Hold the thought. Who do I want to become as I begin the work of developing my authentic potential and full power as a human being? Then I want you to pay attention. Don't answer, just pay attention. Go about your work and live your life and pay attention to what comes to you. Notice the people, the places, and the things that inspire you. As you keep asking what inspires you, you'll start seeing things differently and seeing different things too. You're brainstorming with your life. Don't filter things out. Don't ignore something that may appear far-fetched or crazy or unrealistic. Just notice what attracts your attention. You're exploring inspiration. You're searching for what you want to do with the rest of your life. Not what your parents want you to do. Not what your boss thinks you should do. Not what your spouse or your family or your friends or your culture expects you to do. Not even what you expect of yourself. So give yourself this beautiful gift. Simply take some time and pay attention to what inspires you. That's what this week is all about. Don't rush it. Play with it. Have fun. Enjoy. And keep on asking the question, what? 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 There's nothing for you to do except brainstorm with the world around you. Watch for the little things or the great big things that grab your attention. Anything, everything. Explore any opportunity and every inspiration that you find attractive. There is a never-ending stream of data and information and people and ideas flowing to you all the time. Pay attention, get curious, discover what grabs your attention. What you find inspiring is very important. Remember, this is the first step to accessing enough personal power to overcome the gravity holding your life in place. We'll deal with gravity in week 3. This week is all about exploring inspiration, and specifically what inspires you. It's tapping into the power you need to start moving your life forward. Your work for this week is to sift through the constant barrage of information available to you and searching for those golden nuggets that'll help you on your journey to your absolute best life. Asking what you want and paying attention is how you prepare yourself so inspiration comes to you like a bolt of lightning. And please, remember, have fun. Having fun's a very strong indicator that you're on the right track. Take lots of notes too, and find pictures that inspire you. Whether you take photos, draw, cut things out of a magazine, or take screenshots from the internet, just do whatever you need to do to keep track of your inspirations and to stay connected to them. What inspires you will lay the groundwork for ultimately creating the philosophy of you and your inspired life. Okay, for the next 2 minutes, I have a special treat for you. Please close your eyes, open your heart, and sit comfortably with me right where you are for 2 minutes of stillness and in silence, and no peeking. Okay, here we go.